As you meditate, watch the growth of happiness, the feeling of lightness, the sense of expansion in all space. As your silence intensifies and your joy grows in meditation, so will your recognition of spirit grow within you. As your intuition increases in meditation, so will your joy in Christ increase. The deeper your meditation, the deeper your contact with Christ consciousness. As you feel happiness growing within, know that Christ is approaching nearer and nearer to you. Coax Christ today with your songs and the devotion of your heart, and then coax Him with your deepening self-realization. With all the intensity of your zeal and inner perception, merge your consciousness in the happiness within. Forget time. When you feel joy spreading within you, realize that Christ is hearing your song. You are not identified with Christ if your concentration is merely on words. But if your joy is singing within, Christ is listening to you. How to perceive the infinite Christ. Extracts from lectures by Paramahansa Yogananda in 1934. Keep your flesh harnessed to the guiding power of spirit. Let not the spirit be carried away by the flesh. A steady, ever-increasing flame of devotion and self-realization will bring you to the perception of the infinite. The Lord is burning like a great fire, destroying all darkness from our minds. With united hearts, let us offer the homage of our prayer unto Christ, unto God. Father, Mother, friend, beloved Lord, come to us in response to our soul cries, to our importuning devotion. Test us as thou wilt, but do not punish us with the oblivion of thy presence. O Divine Mother, come out of the cave of my silence. My darkness melts in the fathomless wisdom of thy dark eyes. My cry is thy cry, my joy, thy joy. My soul is lost in thy spirit. My heart has lost its throb in thy throb. My hands are but thy hands. My brain, thy brain. My thoughts, thy thoughts. My feelings, thy feelings. My soul, thy soul. My love, thy love. Divine Mother, my errors, my virtues are thine, but my love for thee is mine. My heart feels only thy love. My love dreams of thy love. My love drinks of thy love with the lips of silence. Mother Divine, it is thou who hast become Christ, Krishna, all the saints of all religions. Divine Mother, Divine Christ. With each breath, we imbibe the Spirit. Every time you take a breath, you are inhaling the presence of God, of Christ, into every part of your body. Inhale. Exhale. Concentrate at the point between the eyebrows. Feel. Within, all is immersed in the peace of Christ. Without, all is filled with the peace of Christ. The peace of Christ within is joined with the peace of Christ without. The ocean of Divine Mother's love is flooding the little cup of life within and without. Beloved Mother, Father, God, in the silence of my soul cry, in the silence of my soul, I cry. With all my gathered tears, I silently cry. Mother Divine, take possession of our souls. Manifest thyself as Christ consciousness to all. Divine Christ, forget us not, though we forget thee. Remember us, though we remember thee not. Be not indifferent to us, though we are indifferent to thee. May thy love shine forever on the sanctuary of my devotion, and may I be able to awaken thy love in all hearts. Indifference hides the jewel presence of God. Just as gems are hidden in a mine, so the jewel presence of God is hidden under the soil of our hard indifference. We have to dig through that soil again and again with the pickaxe of meditation. Behind the vibratory veil of thoughts, feelings, sensory perceptions, and outer noises lies the wisdom of God. The less your consciousness moves in these vibrations of restlessness, the more you live in God. As you live more deeply in awareness of Him, even the greatest pleasures of the senses gradually lose their attraction. Once, after deep bliss in God, I started to eat a sweet orange. It seemed as if 1,000 scorpions had stung me. So gross was its sweetness. Just behind your thoughts and feelings is God. The spirit that is talked about and wondered about is right here. It is through His voice that I am speaking to you of the happiness that I have in Him. Joy indescribable. Happiness immortal. Divine perception has everything within it. All the joy of the world is contained in spirit. The delight you feel in sensory pleasures is only an imitation of divine joy. How fortunate we are. Many have talked about God, but we are feeling today an ineffable being throbbing in our bosoms. Though this earth is an illusion, created out of the consciousness of God, it was not intended to delude us. God meant it to be an entertainment for us, His immortal children. Beware, as you play your part in His dream creation, that you do not develop ensnaring desires for sense happiness, for they will cause you to fall into the pit of disappointment and misery. The only happiness that is lasting and worthwhile is the joy found in meditation. When you meditate long, old worldly habits drop away, and the glory of the divine shines forth. You realize then that all along there was something tremendous within you, and you had not known it. Keep a room apart for God, and whenever you deeply meditate in it, you will see that what I am telling you is true. It is such happiness to know the Lord. The whole ocean of divine joy rolls beneath the little wave of your consciousness. Who shall believe except those who are devotees? Remember the experience of Christ that you have had today and make every day like it. All the time, I am filled with this joy, but I had to work for it. As a little boy, I cried night after night for God. He seemed not to respond. Then, little by little, He began to play hide and seek with me. Now and then, I saw images of saints. I wondered if they were hallucinations. But when those visions came true in life, and I met my divine guru and other masters in the flesh, I didn't doubt anymore. Divine love is matchless. What the company of the great masters of India taught me, when I saw the divine in their faces right in front of me, and when I saw them actually talking with God, what could I say? Doubt fled, doubting itself. But before the living presence of the Lord. But this realization comes only by continuous meditation. Just as young people are concentrated on human love, and the miser is always seeking money, so should your love for God be your supreme preoccupation. Meditation gives birth to the love of God, because by meditation, you are able to feel His presence. How can you feel the love of God without the presence of God? That divine love no human being knows. When my mother died, I cried inconsolably. But no pain of human separation can match the longing I feel now when I cry for my divine mother. Beholding in vision a blue-eyed Christ. God granted my prayer that Christ come today. I saw His face, but I was much astonished, for He had blue eyes, the most beautiful I have ever seen. I used to scoff at the idea that Jesus, an Oriental, would have blue eyes and golden hair, as he is often depicted in Western art. But Christ spoke to me today and said, "You didn't know that I can have blue eyes too?" Then, as I gazed in wonder, His eyes became dark, and He spoke again. "Why do you want to see me in form? See me as infinite." Think what a Christmas we are enjoying today. We have something more beautiful than material gifts to attract us. No man-made temple can produce the spirit we are enjoying today. Wonderful music couldn't produce this joy. God is the music of all music, the nectar of all nectars, the happiness of all happiness. If only people could picture His joy. If the Lord should come even once to you, nothing else would matter to you anymore. Don't let the world fool you. Fool the world. The drunken man is always drunk wherever you put him. So is the divine man. Whether talking to people or meditating, he is intoxicated with the love of God. God, source of all happiness. Instead of the supernal security of spirit, Satan gives man delusive desire for money in place of the joy of meditation. Satan substitutes worldly attractions to keep our consciousness turned away from divine bliss. But once the love of God comes to you, Satan will no more have a hold on you. So, no matter how much pleasure you find in sense perceptions, remember that in God perception, there is more happiness. Live in the world, but be not of the world. In the world, you must play the game, but you can beat Satan at his own game. It is a question of what you want. Whoever tells you that to have a family is supremely wonderful, or to have money is supremely wonderful, or to be a great businessman is supremely wonderful, is lacking in true wisdom. For every worldly dream will terminate after a time. Suppose you become a great singer. Then you grow old and people lose interest in your voice. Or perhaps you amass money. You will have to leave it when death comes. But God is wealth you cannot lose. If you think human love is wonderful, it will someday bring you unhappiness when the beloved dies. Divine joy outlasts everything. It is enduring. When all else melts away, that joy remains. Everything has its place, but when you waste time at the cost of your true happiness, it is not good. I dropped every unnecessary activity so that I could meditate and try to know God, so that I could day and night be in His divine consciousness. If you want to be different, you must really work to be different. When the masters warned me, I arranged that not one evening slipped away without meditation. Meditation strengthens desire for God. The minds of most worldly people are shot by the age of 30, 35. If you don't meditate when you are younger, you will find that from the ages of 35 to 40 onward, it will be more difficult to know God. But even if you have passed that age, if you keep trying to meditate, no matter how discouraged you may be, after a few years, your desire for the Lord will become very strong. Angels will be with you. Though the whole world be plunged into suffering, you will know what is going to happen, and God will be with you. Seeking God should be a relentless pursuit. At first, the soul is very desirous of exercising its powers to know the future. But after a while, this knowledge palls. Knowing what is going to take place is no fun at all. I have given all my powers back to God. I am living like a child, just to please Him. I have no ambition of my own. Why should I torture myself with desires? I have given them to Him. Whatever He wants me to do, that is my happiness. But it is nevertheless very difficult to carry out His wishes when He tells you to do things you don't like to do. You must have undiscourageable faith in Him. You must know that you are His. Let no one tell you that anything else is better than God's joy. All men seek happiness, but do they find it? Meditation, long and deep, is the way to attain true joy. Nothing else can compare to meditation. don't be satisfied with a little silence. Go on endlessly. It must be a relentless pursuit, day and night meditating. When you are in His joy, sleep doesn't matter. Stay more by yourself. Remember, the only real happiness is in meditation, and the proof is obtainable by you. If you meditate the self-realization way for 2 or 3 hours at night, and then sing and talk to the Lord, undismayed if there is no answer, suddenly a divine light will come. Mysteriously, a fragrance will. This is the way God lets you know that He is near. But you must be persistent until He Himself comes. Then you will never fear anything anymore. Excerpts from the book Solving the Mystery of Life by Paramahansa Yogananda.